Hi, my name is Chris Wessel, and I own PeopleWise. What PeopleWise does, two things primarily. Critical hires for small businesses, and by small, I mean roughly less than 100 employees. A critical hire, it could be a management position, it could be the first employee of a startup, or it could be any role in the company that is really high stakes and really requires special attention. The other thing that we do is talent strategy consulting. So that's taking a look at processes, the technology that a company is using, et cetera. So maybe they don't need a full service search for a particular position, but they'd like to have someone take a look at what they're doing recruiting wise and just make sure that that part of their business is optimized. So as far as making a tangible difference in the lives of our clients, this is one of the reasons I like working with small businesses so much, because some of the positions, sometimes I'm working with a founder of a company. I've done this many times where someone's been running a business successfully for 20, 30, 40 years, and now it's time to take a step back, maybe not completely, but to take a step back and have someone handle the day-to-day as they start to kind of find their next phase with that business. Another one, and that's a very profound personal thing. That's a really big thing. You built that business, that's your baby. It's an emotionally charged situation, right? And then similarly, when a small business is hiring literally one of their first couple employees, those hires are so critically important. And this is this person starting to carve out pieces of themselves into other people. And that also is very personal, very significant. And in both cases, those are major turning points in a business owner's career, is either starting up, scaling their business, or starting to take a step back from it. And so those are a couple of the most, I guess, exciting things to be a part of. Something that not everyone realizes about a recruiting business is that it's not just about finding people, right? So anyone can find anyone. We have, the ability, there's no secret list that someone has that someone else doesn't have. Everyone pretty much has access to everyone. So the real difference maker is not just understanding what a customer is looking for, but also messaging appropriately and really telling that company's story and really communicating the value of that business to the right person and attracting their attention, attracting their interest. That I've found, especially in recent years, is a lot more of the job than just finding someone. So I think a lot of times, many people I talk to are not in my line of work think that really the main focus of the job is the sourcing, just the locating a particular individual. And sometimes there's somebody hiding in the weeds, but for the most part, it's really more about it's marketing. It's really targeting the right people with the right messaging, telling a good story that resonates with them, so they're interested in the company that you're working with. What gets me excited and motivated to start my day is I haven't had a job in 15 years, right? I've been self-employed for a long time. So it's up to me to get out there and make stuff happen. So every single day is an opportunity. Every single day, like a phone call could change your life, an email could change your life. You get this amount of time to work with. And I played some sports when I was younger, and I think about like the work day as basically the clock running on the game, right? And this is like your window to make stuff happen. And yeah, I have bad days just like anybody else. And I have days that I am not very effective, or days that I blow off just like anybody else. But every single day starts with like a blank slate of, I could get something really big done today. And I even have a shirt that's, I love the start of the week. I love the start of the week. I have a shirt that says, I love Mondays. It's a bright orange shirt. It's super obnoxious. I picked the bright orange one because I figured it would be the most annoying one for people to see, like, oh, forget that guy with his I love Mondays shirt. My wife thinks it's crazy. She rolls her eyes every time she sees it. But it's true. I really do, because I'm like ready to go and ready to like make stuff happen. And I see each day as an opportunity. Something that I'm very proud of professionally, that I think is pretty cool and isn't directly related to what I do with PeopleWise or with my involvement with junior achievement, but is in another area altogether. I've been an adjunct instructor at UAlbany for the last 6 semesters, and at Schenectady Community College for a few years prior to that. All throughout, basically teaching one class a semester, enough, I can still do the work that I do, but I can spend a couple hours on campus each week and really get energized by being in a classroom, being in the sandbox for a few hours a week instead of out there in the world, talking to students about the business community, trying to take some of the concepts they're learning in these classes, like HR management, strategic management, organizational behavior, et cetera, and bringing like real life examples to those, and real life current examples, since I'm out there doing that kind of stuff right now. It's really cool for me because I came from modest academic background. So to even be now teaching at a top business school like UAlbany is great. It's just really cool. A mentor once told me that the smartest thing you can do in your business is surround yourself with young people that keep you on your toes, keep the fresh ideas. I frequently will use my own stories as case studies in the class, and I want to see what they would have done. And they come up with some interesting stuff, and I learn from them too. And they also keep me on my toes because I assign things like, weekly listen to the Wall Street Journal podcast and share something about that class, which means I also have to. So I can't be slacking. I can't. It's not just like something where you can read a chapter ahead and that'll do it. You got to be pretty involved. So for me, aside from my everyday work that I love with PeopleWise and the volunteering that I love with Junior Achievement, this is particularly I guess cool for me. I don't know if they think I'm cool, but I think it's cool. The best piece of advice I've ever received, and I've also shared it too, and hopefully some people think it was the best that I've shared. I can't be the judge of that, but the best advice that I've gotten overall is one that's simple in concept, but really hard to execute on, which is just to be yourself. And whether that's in a relationship, in sales, in running a business, and managing people, is to be authentic, to be yourself. And I say that it's easy in concept, but hard to execute on, because I've been there. Most of us can relate to this. It's not easy to do. And certainly, 20 years into recruiting, I can be myself more than I ever was, because there's all sorts of confidence and I have, credibility, et cetera. But it's kind of hard to be yourself when you're starting out in a career, or when you're in any other situation where it's kind of new. So, but I found that the more I be myself, the more it attracts the right kind of people that I want to work with, and the types of businesses that I can help, and it doesn't attract the ones that I wouldn't have been able to add value to. And same thing goes with personal relationships, with friends, with whoever. So I know it sounds maybe like a little bit corny to just say, be yourself. But I do think that is a really profound piece of advice. And I also say that knowing that it is easier said than done.